date is December 12th. Welcome to another episode of Hold My Whistle. I'm Paolo.
I'm Foy.
And we're with our special guest, Tony Armenta. We've talked about this guy since episode 1. He's given us a handful of whiskey. I'm just proud to have him in the studio. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so
I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought you were going to.
It's not his thing. You know,
he's a devoted listener, but he was a little reluctant. I want to say at first, but with what we're bringing to today's show, you know, it's right up his alley.
He's the centerpiece.
Yes. We're talking about killing shit.
Yeah, we're killing stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we were we missed a week of work of podcasting.
Yeah, we took a little hiatus.
So after 2 weeks ago, our last episode, Sean gave me a call the following day or 2 days after. It was like, hey, we got an open spot. Do you want to come to West Texas and come hunt some Sandhill Crane with us? And it was quick. I asked the wife. She's had the meat before, and I think that's what really threw over the top and said, yes, go out there and get me some meat, because she's really pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I got the okay. Boom. Monday night, we're on the road.
Did we leave Monday night?
Yeah, it was Monday at 7. Monday at 7.
Monday night.
Yeah, it was, I had a first time hunt anything for me.
Yeah, Paulo's never loaded a gun before, and that was very apparent from the first hunt day. But we'll get to that.
I haven't done anything.
We'll get to that.
The only thing I've done hunting wise is I wore camo, and that was like it was coaching at San Ynez is like, oh, I got all this camo gear right off the bat, hats, shirts,
built in. It's built in.
Like there's 3 main colors at San Ynez. There's black, orange, white, and camo.
Yeah,
or 4. There's that.
Well, we don't really count the white. It's just black, orange, and camo. Because we do have black and orange camo.
Yes. And yeah. No. So we Hold My Whistle went on a hunting trip.
Yes.
It was a blast. And so I acquired some camo gear here and there. I had to get like cold weather gear because West Texas and just even, getting out of California was super cold.
Yeah. Paulo's never really experienced that kind of stuff.
Even other states. Well, cold, I'm not too worried. Like I've been in snow and Tahoe, Reno area.
It was chilly. It was
in the 0 degrees,
low 20s. A lot of time we were out there hunting.
So, when we were driving, was it New Mexico or was it Arizona when we got to 0?
No, it was in New Mexico. Right as soon as the sun was coming up, it was cold in New Mexico.
And the sun was reflecting off the street and everything. You were driving at that moment.
Yeah, I was coming right over the hill. I mean, of course, Paolo was asleep for the 30th time of the trip.
Well, that was the 30th time he ate also.
I made a couple pounds of jerky.
Very good.
I was like, hey, I'm going to make some jerky for everybody. And don't get me wrong, Sean and Tony had some pieces of jerky, but I ate the shit out of it.
Yeah, Paolo brings...
If I made 3 pounds, I ate 2.5 of it.
Yeah, that's on the low end.
Yeah, I gave them the Costco sample, and I ate the rest.
I think I had like 4 sticks total.
I had 3. The fennel was really good. Yeah, I was surprised.
I took some chances. I gave everything a little... I wafted my seasonings, and I was like, you know what? I like fennel. I made some sausage, like some breakfast sausage, and fennel's great in it. So I was like, why not on jerky? Now it was a little tough to chew up, but I think I could get some
a little finer.
Yeah, you just need to grind it or something.
But and then at the now I'm into making jerky. I got a smoker.
Yes,
electrical smoker.
He acquired one.
I'm excited about making an abundance of jerky.
Would you say you have a plethora
of
jerky?
Plethora.
No, so we had some snacks, and yes, I slept most of the time. Tony, you're driving son of a gun.
Don't ever let Paolo drive. He's terrible.
Oh my gosh, how scary! On the way back was bad.
We'll get to the way
there. Tony does 7-hour shifts, easy, right?
We're going to kill shit.
Yeah, you were excited.
Oh hell yeah!
And I'm like, okay, I got some awesome rest in. The back of your vehicle, very comfortable.
Yes, seats were fully reclined. If you don't have a Ford
Expedition,
Max. I highly recommend it.
Oh, it's a vehicle.
Long distance travel, you're gonna ride in style.
And
4-wheel drive, towing package. I mean,
but there's a lot of things that go off that you don't know what they are.
Funny.
There's a lot of computers.
Yes.
Funny.
A lot of buttons.
A lot of buttons.
Speaking of funny things with buttons, where were we going the other morning? His hands started getting hot, and he realizes his steering wheel has a heater. He's like,
"Oh, real big time heater."
He's like, "Oh shit,
my hands are clamming."
He's all, "What button's that?" He's all, my hands are hot. And we turn it off and his steering wheel cools down. He's all, that would have been fucking good to know about a week ago.
I felt like Ricky Bobby. What do I do with my hands?
Exactly. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, we start at 7 at night. We leave the valley. You know, we go south, and then we start cutting across to Texas. And we break into Texas at what, 9 o'clock in the morning?
No.
A little bit later?
Probably closer to noon.
Was it that? Okay.
Yeah, because...
Probably closer to noon because we stopped.
I fell asleep again, obviously. I drove for about 3 hours. As fast as I could.
I'll give you two.
I made at least 2 stops.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I go to a gas station. Great gas stations. That's something
We didn't even hit the good ones. All subs.
We missed...
Excellent gas
Oh,
station.
we didn't go to one?
We didn't go to
They
one
didn't have any
also.
where we were at.
Oh,
But I tell you what, the food and all subs, it's
legit.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
you can live off of
That's
it.
something that I haven't experienced, really. When you got like 2 fast food restaurants and a sit-down country restaurant in a gas station. You know?
I'm not going to lie.
Love's
Chester's chicken
Chester's chicken was delicious.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
delicious.
Delicious.
Chicken and biscuit, that was really good. I wasn't going to try it.
That was funny though, because Tony's like, "Hey, Paolo, you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need a little snack." Me and Tony bought 3 tenders, and it came with a couple biscuits, right? And we're gonna share it.
There was 6 tenders or 9 tenders.
Was it? No, I think it was at least. We really what?
I had
I
2.
think, okay, yeah. So maybe
He had
6.
2.
You had
You
8.
had
I had
12.
2.
So that's
I had about 3
16.
whole birds. I got a whole chicken. No, but Sean said he didn't want any.
Correct.
Right. He's and I don't want a biscuit. What's the Sean do once we get in the car? He makes a fucking chicken biscuit sandwich.
And it was fucking delicious.
Oh yeah,
Delicious.
it was super good.
So good I had to.
Yeah, I definitely recommend taking road trips in the
But yeah, that was
southwest of.
that was Tumancari, New Mexico, right?
Yeah, 2 can carry.
Yeah, and we had to get out of there because it looked like it was going to start dumping snow. And that's a section of Highway 40 that if the wind kicks up, they're going to close it down and you're stuck. So
They'll
once
close it down.
They'll close it down. We'd
Yeah.
have been stuck in 2 can carry.
yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Been there, done that. Sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Hang out at Chester's all day and watch all the weirdos come into the gas station?
We'd look like
The
creepers.
employees are the weirdest looking people at all those places. You know.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to make fun of anyone too much, but
You want to travel the Southwest simply because the gas prices are awesome.
oh, Sean is that's all he's paying attention to. Look at the gas prices here. Look at the gas prices there.
Yeah, so I got a rash of shit from my wife about that because I'm like, oh, you would not believe the gas prices. She's like, you're such a fucking nerd. You're like an old man. It's like, why?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm
you
like,
put a dot in the middle of your forehead.
No. No. She's like, you would be paying attention to that.
Well, I did because look at all.
We saw it. $1.99 was the cheapest.
You know-
$1.99. We're paying $3.50 fucking for gas
Once we
here.
crossed the border, I was like, okay, I got the next run of gas. I was being that stingy, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot, I better pay for gas before we get back into California too.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it was.
Yeah, you know, you're filling up
I
on.
was like,
You're filling
Sean,
up
does
25
Tony
gallons
like-
on 50
Does
bucks.
Tony like the low stuff? There's like the 92 or whatever. I was
It's-
like, you know what? It's cheap enough. Boom, 92. I just did it.
I always go medium.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
go medium.
But you know, it was that cheap.
Yeah, when you're
was
only
that
spending
cheap.
It
two
was
and,
that cheap.
2 and a quarter, it doesn't really matter what you're getting. Shit, we could have filled up with premium and still been doing pretty good.
Right?
But I was really not impressed with the diesel prices. You know,
No, I was really surprised. They were high.
a lot of places, you know, Texas was rather expensive, I thought, for diesel prices, but New Mexico was on the cheaper end. But you know,
There is nothing in New Mexico.
oh god, there's nothing in
I
anywhere.
had no idea.
Bunch of old Mexicans in New Mexico.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, if you've ever traveled the Southwest, you get out of California, and then you have a whole lot of nothing for 800 miles, at least 800 miles. I mean, Arizona's like 354, and New Mexico's like 365 or something, like right around there, and it all looks the same, you
Yeah.
know. And it's just, whoa, it's a good thing you do a lot of the drives at night. Like our favorite part of the drive to get rid of at night is the stretch from Needles to Kingman. And that is by far the worst stretch.
How many times have you guys done a road trip like that? 2, 3 times together? Or more?
Twice?
We've done it twice together.
Yeah, twice
But I've
together.
done it, 20 plus times.
Okay.
Got family in Texas, like
Yeah.
driving out there.
Yeah.
You got to go kill a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. So let's get into that. So we break into Texas. You know, hey, we stop into Cabela's. And
Outpost. They didn't have shit.
They didn't have it. I've been to 2 or 3 Cabela's, and I'm always impressed. I was not impressed with this Cabela's. People were nice.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Well,
hospitality.
it's Texas.
Right.
They're
People
always
are
nice in Texas.
super nice.
Yeah.
Y'all.
But right when we got in, I stuck out like a sore thumb. I wear shorts everywhere.
So did I.
And everyone just looks down at I'm like, yeah, I got great calves. And I'm like, they're not paying attention to my calves. They're just looking at my shorts.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I mean, you
And
and I
everyone's
wrote,
looking at me. The little kids, the mamas are pulling their kids like, don't look at him.
you
He's
know,
a Californian.
you don't say the C word in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a no-go.
Oh, I stuck out. And I walk in there and, it was a bathroom break for us, really. And then we had to get potentially a license for me and whatever, but it was not the best Cabela's.
It was a quick
What'd you
stop.
pick up? You picked up some binoculars, right?
Yeah, picked up some binoculars.
Those came through too.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Turns out we found his good one when we cleaned.
Yeah.
Clean out my garage.
Yeah.
My son stole them.
He probably did. He probably snuck back in and placed them somewhere. But, I really wanted to get a new Sitka article if anybody is interested in hunting attire.
If anyone from Sitka's listening,
Yeah.
we are we are a Sitka show. Yeah.
We will wear anything, Sitka, that you send us.
exactly.
Yeah. Tony had gifted me a pair of grinders for Christmas.
Well, you gifted me a beanie too.
I did gift you
And
a
I was-
beanie.
so it's not like I was Sitka-less.
Yeah. The grinder pants are stretchy and comfortable.
And waterproof.
Wind breakers, and extremely warm. So I highly recommend Sitka grinder pants to anybody. I am in the market for a Sitka Dakota jacket because it is insulated and waterproof.
Yeah, I've also Tony walked into my house for the first time in a while. Well, you came to pick me up and you had to use the pisser before we left. But he's sitting down, and since I've come back from this trip, I just YouTube hunting videos. I don't care what kind of hunting video it is. I've seen people, try out gear. When Tony walked in, how to skin a deer, Texas style without gutting it. Boom.
Yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen a deer
I'm watching bow
processed that way.
hunts. I'm watching all kinds of things. I'm in the game now. I'm trying to live that lifestyle.
Paolo's officially
I'm trying to kill
hooked.
eat what I kill now.
Well, you might go hungry.
I might be getting some squirrels. This is what might be happening.
What are
here
you shooting
soon.
it? What are you killing it with?
I got Lincoln's pellet gun.
You got a stick, start beating him with it.
Yeah.
You better start trapping, son.
I'm hanging out with River, freaking hanging out by the fields when he gasses out the gophers.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But-
no. So we get into Texas. We get check into the hotel, and then we meet with Brett for a little bit.
Brent.
Yep.
Brent Folks.
Premier Sandhill Cranes. Great guy.
This guy
Awesome hunts.
was amazing. First off, like you said, great guy. We called him on the phone, and he was just so juiced about
Oh,
the setup for the first day. It
Oh.
was a wheat field,
Yeah.
right? And when I got into Texas, it was like Sean told me how flat it was.
yeah,
And
Paolo
all you
did
see-
not
yeah.
believe this.
Well, it's not. You hear it, and then when you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a whole bunch of land. It's vast, and it's just cotton fields, wheat fields,
Milo Fields.
Milo, and peanut.
There's some corn. Do they have corn?
Yeah, it's for silage to
Yeah.
feed cattle.
Yeah.
And so when we meet, you get to meet Brett, and he talks about how excited he was, and he's like, hey, the first day we're going to be hiding in tumbleweeds. And, I never met the guy, and I'm just hearing him over the speaker, and just the enthusiasm, the setup,
Okay, honestly, Paolo, did you think you could hide behind a tumbleweed? I mean, honestly, look at yourself.
Well,
Can
even though,
hide behind a
he was talking
tumbleweed?
about his coffin blinds. He's like, I got the biggest coffin blinds. I was like, shit. There's no other size that I might fit in. And if this doesn't work out for me,
Hey, Brent's a large man.
He
and
is a large dude.
He fits in very well, but his lid closes all the way.
yeah, I was telling one of the guys we met up with that was on the hunt with us too. I was like, I was all excited. You're sitting in a coffin blind. It's pretty much a coffin. You're in a box. You're laying down. It's got two doors. You're spying at the sky. And right when we see the birds, we're in a hurry. On the first day, we jump in. And
You were sleeping.
No, that was day two.
Oh,
Day two.
But day one, I'm excited. I'm breathing heavy. And the fucking blind doors are going up and down.
It looks like a bird trying to fly
Oh,
away.
man. I'm like, I'm not keeping good cover here. No, but we meet Brett. He's excited.
Brent.
Brent. Did I say it like,
You keep saying Brett. It's Brent.
I am horrible with names on this
It's
show.
okay. I called him Brent for the first 2 years.
No, you
There
call
you-
him
Or
Brett.
Brett for
Brett.
the first 2 years.
Yeah. So, little backstory on Brent. Tony and I and his son and our good buddy Rudy, we went out. We were trying.
Rudy.
Yeah, shoot him in the lips, Rudy. We were looking for a hunt. Tony was looking up north trying to find us a goose hunt out of Northern California, and if anybody tries to book hunts out of Northern California, it's like you better do it a year out apparently because nobody has any availability.
Or they don't know how to return a phone call.
Yes.
Thanks, Northern California.
Right. So Tony gets a wild hair up his ass and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to Texas? Like, just randomly, do you want to go to Texas?" Okay. Meet and his wife happens to get a hold of the first outfitter that actually calls us back over in Eagle Lake. God, what was Tim's last name? I cannot remember.
I don't know, but Tim from Ojai.
Yeah, he was originally from Ojai.
Oh wow. Is that the guy that used to be a referee?
No, we met him in.
Oh.
I met him in Huatuco.
Oh, that's right.
So anywho, we fly out to Texas. We're going to Eagle Lake, goose hunting capital of the world. And
Saskatchewan might argue with you on that.
Yeah, I think there's a valid argument there. We get a wild hair, and we were watching hunting videos, and it's like, oh, first day of hunting, 2 gigantic pterodactyl-looking things are flying over us.
That was the funniest thing is everyone was calling these, and they look like them. These cranes are not pretty; they're prehistoric.
Very. So they're coming over us, and the guy's all, "Oh, you could shoot them if you want, but the season ended yesterday." Being rule-abiding citizens that we are, we didn't shoot them. And Tony's like, "You want to kill some cranes?" So he got on the horn. Found Final Descent out of Lubbock, we had 1 day left of the season, so we hunted 2 days down in Eagle Lake. We drove back to Houston, where his daughter lives, which was like an hour and a half. Then we made the 9-hour trek from Houston to Lubbock, and we got hooked up with Brent. He showed us the ropes, had a great time, very personable, very knowledgeable. Wasn't a dick. He wasn't about the money. He was about the experience, First time doing this, he was really, really helpful, getting us buttoned down, teaches us how to like just everything you want to know about a first time hunt. So after that, pretty much the ride home, we figured, all right, we're going to do this again. So we got it hooked up with Final Descent again, scheduled 2 hunts with them the next year, and requested that Brent be our guide for every hunt we did, and had another great outing there, both trips. Well, both trips minus 1 hunt. The goose hunt we did at the end of last year
It didn't work out?
It was a total fucking dud. We killed one bird.
Who got him?
I think Reggie did.
I think, yeah. And he hunts better than you, and he's terrible too.
Hey, all I know is I'm in the books. I have video evidence.
Video confirmation of a kill.
Yes.
He's a killer.
Yes, I am.
So
I like it how Tony says it. It's a LLA.
Killer.
Just like our friend Rekka.
So
anyway, Brent left Final Descent, or
Brent and Final Descent parted ways, and
because he lives what? How far is Big
He's
Spring?
about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. It's a long drive.
Hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, and he was pulling that every morning.
And I'll tell you what, seeing what it takes, just not setting up blinds and everything. He scouts. He's driving.
Yeah.
Throughout West Texas.
Window time is what they call it.
Yeah, he is driving. So this guy is committed to his work, and if you meet him or look him up if you're interested in this, and we're gonna keep on talking about it, but
yeah, Premier Sandhills
is his company. He started it up, Big Spring, Texas, and you have to drive an hour and a half between Lubbock and Big Spring.
And that's going 90 miles an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah,
I guarantee there's not that big of a difference between the amount of birds from north to south, or is there that much more in Lubbock? Because I saw a shit ton of birds.
They move around. Yeah, we've seen a feed of 75,000 crane.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then was it 500,000 crow?
Yeah, at least.
We saw geese that were coming out behind a mill.
Yeah.
How many geese were there?
25,000.
It was insane.
More than that.
Easy.
Because they kept coming. For an hour straight, they
the
kept
day
getting off
we
the roof.
scouted, day 2.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was just like, if this happens, this is insane. And so, he's doing serious work. He's talking to farmers. He sets us up. It's a beautiful operation, So we set up, we get dinner, whatever. First day, we go into a wheat field, and we set up the blinds with a whole bunch of
Tumbleweeds.
tumbleweeds. No big deal. We're in blinds, like I said, the coffin blind, and I actually spot the birds first. I have a great eye. I see something out yonder. Is that a Texas phrase?
Out yonder, yes.
Out yonder.
But it was the crows that you seen. It wasn't the
No, I saw they were crane. You can't take that one away from me because, all of a sudden, you guys are veterans. You've done it. Kind of cool and collected. Me, my testosterone skyrockets. I'm peaking.
You sure it wasn't your blood pressure?
That too. A cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Everything's shooting
blood
up.
pressure.
So we jump in, and we're in the blinds, and the birds are flying right over us. And I'm like, shit. I didn't load my gun. Right? I'm in the blind. And again, I'm a big boy. And I'm not really, it's the first time I'm in a blind. I've never laid down on one of these things. And it's hard to kind of get comfortable in the beginning. And I didn't know they had the foot bags. So you could extend. So I'm trying to sit in Indian style. And like I said, my belly's opening the doors. I'm breathing. And I was like, God dang it. So I'm reaching in.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Jim. Anyways, I'm reaching in to find a box of shells. And not that I don't know how to load a gun.
He realized he doesn't know how to load a gun.
But I made a rookie mistake.
He was hunting.
But he pulled a very veteran move. He looked to the guy to his right and asked for help.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to ask for help. I get lost. I'm that guy that'll roll down the window. Hey, how do I get to Fifth Street? I'll ask for directions.
It's right past.
If I don't know how to load a gun, I'm like, hey, Foy.
Yeah,
load my gun for me.
I'm glued in on what's happening up in the air,
and they're flying over, and they have a particular squawk. What do you call it? That's the noise they make.
I'd call it no, it's not like a whistle.
Specific call.
Yeah, right.
Whistle. It's kind of like a whistle.
Yeah. And so there, you hear this from a mile away. These birds are just humming all over the place. And I don't think I have to whisper, but I'm whispering.
Yeah.
Sean, I fucked up my gun.
I'm like, really? Fucking really? I'm buttoned down. My gun's ready to go. I am fucking in it to win it right now. And I got Paolo next to me. Oh, hey, help! Can you help me with my gun?
He didn't know he was going to Texas to babysit Paolo.
Man.
So I sit up, begrudgingly sit up, because it's like, dude, there's birds coming. I got to get out of my fucking blind. So I open it up. I grab his gun. What's wrong? I don't know what's going on.
Well, I didn't say that. I was like, I loaded up the magazine instead of into the chamber.
Yeah, he's like,
and so I was like, I didn't know what to do.
He's like, what do I do? Give me your fucking gun. Boom! I hit the little button that releases the shell. Pop it in, and I throw a second one in the magazine. All right, you're good to go. Safety's there. You push that.
I know the safety rule.
Red dead. I'm
good on that.
All right. So
and then I'm pretty smooth for that day. The rest of the day that day.
No, didn't you get your glove caught in it?
No, that was
day
all
2.
a fib. That was
day 2.
Calling BS on that one, Tone. Now, did something happen? Probably.
Did you fall asleep in the blind?
We haven't even got to that yet.
I'm calling BS on that.
Do I breathe heavy? And it might sound like a snore.
Well, let's wait till we get to day 2 to talk about that.
Let's get to day 2. Day 1, a little tough, but do we see a lot of birds flying?
We killed 10 birds.
10 birds.
It wasn't a limit. Maybe half a limit. For
Sun
the group.
came up. Wind wasn't blowing. They were flaring as soon as they were starting to set in.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit tougher.
Well, let's talk about actually who we got to hunt with. So, we show up to this, and Brent has another group of guys hunting with us, and it's a TV show, right? Fouled Reality. You see them on Outdoor Network, Tony?
Outdoor Network.
Outdoor Network. They have a YouTube following. They have, a big following of waterfowl around the nation.
Yeah, they do. They do some work for Real Tree Outdoors. I think
Beretta. Who else were they sponsored by?
Beretta, Heavy X,
the Heavy Steel brand,
they had
Heavy Shot brand.
Yeah, they had what was the Gator Wader?
Yeah,
they had all kinds of stuff. I was really, I was like, okay.
And then they also have the dog trainer with some beautiful.
Yeah, Josh was it Brookstone?
Yeah,
Brookstone Kennels.
Brookstone Kennels.
Yep.
And anyway, so we meet these guys in the morning, but we only killed 9 birds. But right off the bat, when the first birds, the first volley or whatever kind of birds set in, these guys were killers.
They're killers.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
that's what I was like. Whoa, pop, pop, pop! Like three shots go off, 4 birds fell. You know what I mean? These guys, the main guys for the show are Blake and Ryan.
Yeah, Blake and Ryan. Blake does majority of the filming away, and Ryan will be in a blind, getting the up close and personal footage.
Yeah. So my first hunt is getting filmed by like a popular waterfowl TV show.
Legit.
Oh man,
fucking legit show.
So I'm like, and I'm kind of asking questions. I'm like, so is it, we YouTube them a little bit like after the first day, but it's like a serious thing. I'm like, shit, I don't want to mess anything up like day 2 and day 3.
I felt the first day we were, walking on eggshells a little bit because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't want to. We didn't want to be those guys.
We're hunting first before we get to meet anybody.
Yeah.
And we're just hitting blinds, setting up, decoys and cleaning up, whatever, doing all that.
Okay, we were setting up decoys.
You
were standing
Who said
there.
I didn't do work?
I remember you sitting in the blind watching as Tony and I.
No, after the first, when everyone's buttoned up, and what happened? Brent says, "Tony, Sean, help me. I'm so buttoned up. I don't know what to do. I'm just following directions. First time hunt." She said,
Paolo did it all. He's the man.
No, but I helped. You see what I'm saying? Don't put that out on me. I like to, I before we even hunted, I said, Sean, said, hey, whatever Lowman has to do, I understand all these kind of trips, fishing.
Standing on the side of the hill on day 3 isn't what Lowman's supposed to do. You're supposed to pick the shit up.
What do you mean on day 3? I didn't do anything.
You had hands on your hips. You were supervising.
There's no way I was supervising. Anyways, so the TV show's filming us. It's fun. We kill 9 birds.
Memphis.
Well, you're getting. Tony's on high alert right now. If there's anything happening in the nation with birds, he wants to go shoot something.
Oh well, that's we're just receiving some confirmation information.
Wait, it's for Oklahoma or for?
This is for Arkansas.
Yeah, these guys are going hunting 2 or 3 more times this year.
Yeah, we're going to Arkansas in the spring.
I'm one and done for a whole year, guys.
Conservation goose hunt. We're meeting up with Tony Vandemore, Habitat Flats. I highly recommend you look them up as well. But we'll talk about fouled reality.
Yeah.
So I felt, we're kind of walking on eggshells a little bit. These guys are legit. We don't want to be those guys that come in and shit the bed and, create shitty footage. We hadn't really.
I'm sure
met.
we did a little bit of shitty footage.
I'm sure there was some, but
yeah.
Other than the fact that I like to drop fuck and shit every other word, like if I miss and I'm like, oh, god damn it, there's a mic pack in this blind, there's a guy with a camera 2 blinds
there's
over.
There's a GoPro right behind you.
And it's just like, fuck.
And I would trip out. I see Blake just pop out in his ghillie suit. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
And,
where'd he come from?
Yeah.
Where'd he come from?
And Tony and I are like, I wonder if they can see him.
Yeah.
They're flaring. I know we're buttoned down, but the thing that got us day 1 is the majority of the birds came off the roost at the same time, and they kind of caught us with our pants down. We weren't completely buttoned down yet. We were standing around, getting ready. First wave of cranes came out. They're about 4 or 5 miles away, and you can hear them.
Oh, they came over. They just
and
they play like follow the leader is what they were saying a lot.
They came out in a big wave. We got buttoned down. They didn't want to do it, so they kept going. And then, that sets a precedent for the following groups. They see the birds going that way. They're going to put their heads down and go that way. You get the younger ones that'll come in and, do it dirty or do it right, as they say in the game. So
the majority of them were going about 500 yards to the northwest from where we were at, and all landed in a field.
Yeah, a field with no food, because in the area we were hunting, it was unthrashed wheat from the prior year that hadn't been cut, and it was the only food source for miles. And if they were going to eat, they had to come in. And they kind of loafed around looking. They just were not interested. So in some people's minds, day 1 could have been a bust. Me,
I felt bad for Brent because he wanted, he's got the show there with him, and we only got 9 or 10 birds, so you kind of felt that kind of pressure on him.
Yeah, he was definitely had high expectations for that spot. The birds were there, they just didn't work. I mean, but as a avid waterfowl hunter or bird hunter, there's going to be times like that where the birds don't work, they don't want it. Their mind's on something else. They're not going to play nice.
You're hunting. You're not killing.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Exactly.
You see knowledge from Tony.
Yeah. He's dropping those little tidbits for you, Paolo.
Travis gave me a little tidbit. You know, he was one of the killers that came with Foul Reality, and he said the good times make up for all the bad times, or something like that. Similar to that.
That's the same. You've misquoted him like two or three times on that.
What is it, Sean? Give it to me. It's got to be a hunting phrase.
Well, he said the one good time makes up for all the bad times.
Okay, I kind of got the gist of it.
Yeah, something like that. But okay. I don't even know.
And you kind of fit in the blind too.
I did. I figured it out. You know, I made myself comfy in there. I made it my own, and I got good at like.
Yeah. So you were nesting.
I was in my roost. I was roosting. But anyways, but we only killed 9 birds, and then we get to see Josh do some work with his dogs. He brings 4 dogs. You know, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we decided if it was English or British labs.
I want to say they're English.
I'm gonna go. Okay, let's go with English.
English sounds fun.
Yeah, and he's got 2 kind of veteran dogs and 2.
Yeah,
puppies.
he had his bitch. And then he had Diesel as a 4-year-old.
Diesel was a baller.
Yeah, it was his best dog.
Then
Patty
he had the 2.
And Gru?
Gru, I think.
No, Gru was his bitch.
Yeah, okay. she was the only female he brought.
Quinn
was the other.
And they were brothers.
Yeah.
18-month-old. First hunt they've ever been on.
Yeah, and it's Crane.
And and they normally don't hunt Crane.
Right.
And
because even like the older dogs, Diesel was like, "What the fuck is this bird?"
Yeah,
they're bigger.
It's a pterodactyl.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pterodactyl. Well, what's funny is that on the first day, like some of the Patty like wanted nothing to do with it, right?
Yeah.
You know, but this guy runs a phenomenal operation. He gets on the show too. He has his own like dog hunting segment. But it was really fun to watch him do his work and have his whistles. He was a really great guy to meet. But since we're talking about his dogs, I want to be talking about. We are doing some whiskey today.
Okay.
Your cousin Tommy gifted us a bottle of 10-year-old Bird Dog bourbon whiskey out of Kentucky. It's Tony. Tony doesn't drink whiskey or bourbon.
No.
And we're giving it to him straight. We threw an ice cube in there. It's keeping him warm in the cold ass garage that we're in recording this. But I'm liking it. In theme of our whole trip and. Josh, this Bird Dog whiskey isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's a picture of an German short hair.
Sean is about the labels and the type of bottle stuff comes in.
Well, it's all about...
it's about appearance.
First impression.
And I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, like Paolo's first impression. Hey, can you guys help me with the decoys? Paolo sits in his blind. So first impression...
That's not what happened. I put him out. All right. Brent says, hey, I want a finger out here. I put the fingernail.
So he stood there and pointed at everybody.
I put the finger.
He pointed at everybody. Over there, guys.
How did I get this reputation? All right.
But you earned it.
How?
Sitting around not doing damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. He says it with a big smirk known as BS.
All right.
It's because Josh made a comment on one video. All right. Of course, Paolo's sleeping in the blind or laying in the blind.
No, Paolo's taking the video while
exactly.
Sean and Tony are out there fucking moving decoys.
Well, that was the one time Brent said, Tony, Sean, come help me out. You know why he didn't say my name? Because he couldn't say my name. All right, he barely just met me.
Pecos. Pecos.
It is Pecos. I picked up a new nickname.
The funny thing about your name is when we go through the introductions with everybody shake hands, say your name.
Hey, I'm Shane. I'm Travis. I'm Blake.
And then Paolo. I'm Paolo. Oh, nice to meet you, pal.
Yeah, it was like,
hey, buddy.
Oh, hey.
Nobody knew. I mean, it took till day 3
Someone
of the hunt.
gave me a take back. Like I said my name, but like,
what the fuck's your name?
Yeah.
And it's like, Paolo's that guy that grows on you and just fucking everybody loves at the end of the trip.
It was, yeah.
Always fun, always smiling. Paolo. Always
not doing a whole lot of work, but he's fun to tease.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, day 1 over, we went out to eat. Lombres. Not bad.
Good food.
Yeah.
We ate there twice. I enjoyed it both times.
The first day, it's funny. The first day we had a new waitress. She took our order.
Terrible.
Kind of, she said she was new.
New waitress.
It was new waitress. She took,
I mean, I don't think the 45-year-old lady ever worked a day in her life because she was terrible.
Yeah. Hey, but we can't forget that, like, everyone was kind of a new employee everywhere through Big Spring because it's like an oil boom town.
Yeah.
They just had a rush of oil workers come into...
Driving up the prices of hotel rooms.
Right. Oh, my God.
We stayed in a shithole that cost us fucking $200. Right.
Do we want to give out the name of it? Shout out? No, we shouldn't.
There's only 2 to 3 hotels in
was
Big
it?
Spring, so
No, there's like 4 or 5.
We didn't stay at the Plaza,
The
so we're doing
Pla-
pretty good.
yeah.
Fuck.
Don't
know-
ever go to the Plaza
Don't-
unless you're looking for crack or horse. Or
And-
crack horse.
yeah.
If it's me, if I have to choose, I'm going for the crack. I mean, if you see this place, the horror's not top notch.
And wait, they're not. They're parking. What'd you call them?
Lot lizards.
Lot
Lot lizards. You know. So, but yeah, we went to Lone Braze. She's a new waitress. Just learning the ropes. Not everything came out on time. We had a whiskey. We had some old fashions.
Yeah, Kovac or Koval.
Koval, yeah.
Koval whiskey.
Pretty decent.
Good stuff. Good old
We
fashioned.
had a good steak, right? We had a good salad. We had
No, that was day 2.
And
no.
pasta.
Brett had the steak. You had
Yeah.
the salad.
I got the tacos.
Yeah, and I had
Surprisingly good for Texas because
The wings. You
I
had
ate
the
wings. I murdered wings. You
Yeah.
know, I figured since we're killing birds, I might as well eat some. So I ate about 2 dozen.
14
Yeah, like I
dozen.
ate a shit ton. You know, but then Brent took us to a cool little. For being a small town, Big Spring, Texas. You know, you kind of see it in kind of vast, pretty cool little
Cigar bar.
cigar
Yeah.
whiskey bar
yeah, out of a boxcar.
out of a boxcar train. You know, outdoor area was pretty cool.
Yeah, the proprietor. I want to say she was the owner.
You know,
She knew her
and
shit.
Her and her husband were the owners.
Yeah, she knew her shit.
you know,
She
I'll
knew.
give it to her.
She knew what whiskey pairings went with what cigars, and it was. If I could
Now,
remember the
I
name
don't
of the damn
care,
place.
You know, don't get me wrong. I like bourbon now. I'm doing a lot of drinking a lot of bourbon. I am not a cigar guy.
It's like putting a turd in your mouth
Oh,
and lighting it. It sucks.
there's only been 1 or 2 times where I'm like, I just murdered a cigar and I was fine. And it was when I used to.
Say Monica Lewinsky's one.
Yeah, exactly. Cigar
Um,
moments in history. That's pretty much the one.
Yeah. Yep. So Paolo and Tony did not fare well with their cigars. Mine was excellent.
I stunk for 3 days.
Oh my gosh! You know what I hate is I only brought one kind of like light jacket to wear after we go hunting. You know, to out, and that jacket fucking stunk like cigar the whole time. I was like, this is done.
Yeah.
This is over with.
You'll learn for the next time. Multiple
Oh.
layers.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Paulo. It was terrible.
No.
I mean, the place was really cool.
Very cool.
Ambiance
I'm
was
just not a
very
cigar
nice.
guy.
Yeah, same here.
The lounge is cool. I could be in the room. I just can't take a cigar to my mouth. And,
I love the smell of them. Just
Right.
the taste of them.
Rough. If
Something shit in my mouth.
yeah, the cat, you can't catch that cat that shits in your mouth because that doesn't go away.
when we're in there, we're talking with Brent. Brent's having a good time. We're drinking some good bourbon. I had what did I have? It was like TX. It was like a vanilla bourbon. I didn't like it too much, but I drank it. And then Tony made me do a shot of fucking Fireball. Right?
Yeah,
But those fucking kids that came in the boxcar
talking shit.
talking shit. What are you doing? Smoking those fag cigars? And fucking some twangy ass. And the kids must have been just barely 21.
Yeah,
I
they
was
felt
so
I had more
tired.
hair on my legs than he had on his chin.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, this kid was tiny.
they were
Like, he
feeling
was talking shit. They were feeling brave.
brave because we were sitting down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And I was wearing shorts.
let's not drift on that because that would have been a little blurb in this story. Yeah, the 4 of us beat the shit out of those 2, no problem,
Mm.
hands down.
So we get ready for day 2. Right? We go back to the hotel. We have our own you drink a little vodka at night, little nightcap,
Well, nightcap.
Yeah,
little licorice, little jerky.
yeah.
Go to sleep right away.
Well, no, we'd scouted previously to eating after the
Right.
first hunt. We scouted where we're going.
That's what, I didn't want to because I was kind of tired. But scouting was actually some of the more exciting stuff.
Hey, don't worry, you fell asleep on the ride up to La Mesa.
I slept the whole time, guys.
You know, we woke up when we
It's
seen the
funny. I was
birds.
like, "Hey guys, this is the first time I've been on vacation in like 10 years." Like, to Paolo, this ain't vacation. It's a hunting trip. I'm like, it's fucking vacation.
Well, you have to work before you go on vacation, don't you?
I work. What do you mean? I was working overtime. The only reason I got the okay is I already worked like 3 days of overtime. I took my days off.
No, but the
Right?
scouting thing is the key to a good
It
hunting
is.
trip.
It is. It
And
was.
you got to find out where the birds are feeding, where they're coming from, how you want to set things up.
Yeah.
And Brent does an excellent job of that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and patient enough to, I mean, I've been bird hunting with Sean for quite some time, but I don't think I'm even close to having the knowledge that I need to be a guide or anything like that.
Well, because scouting isn't just like, oh, I know where the birds are going, and this. It's communicating with the farmers. It's
Yeah.
having other like he had other people on the phone.
His network of
right, of-
guys that he works with, Some of his competitors, they help each other out. The farmers getting permission,
Yeah.
everything else, what crops are where. I mean, it's
Yeah.
quite impressive.
He even knows how they work the crops.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
very impressive. He was in big detail with all that stuff.
He's very knowledgeable at what he does. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
does a very good job.
Yeah.
So we scout a peanut field for day 2.
Yeah. And, Brent's the kind of guy, he has a very good rapport with leased properties and the owners. He's a very good people person. His personable skills are very good. He's able to talk to a farmer. He's willing to accept a no. He's not the guy that's going to sit there and like badger him into a yes. And, he'll leave the door open for potentially revisiting
We
that.
heard him on one of the calls too, because we were driving.
Yeah.
We drove a lot,
And he's always looking for new fields, new properties to lease. Sometimes there's a fee, sometimes there isn't. A lot of farmers in West Texas want those birds off their crops because you get a big set of crane on your field. They'll go through an acre of field in like a half a day. So they are detrimental to the crop's success.
So I'm dead tired. I'm sleeping the whole way, and we get to these fields, and there's a mill a mile away. You could see it. Not even a mile.
No, it was like 5 miles away.
Was it that far?
It's that big.
The cotton
was that
gin.
big?
The cotton gin
cotton
far
gin.
away.
It was that far, but it was just flocks and flocks of birds just coming behind it for an hour. We were there for an hour. We were just watching it.
Yeah, we sat there
And then
watched.
we saw the crane that were already settled on the field.
Yeah.
And there was like 20,000 there just chilling. Maybe a
crane-
little less that time.
There was probably 20,000 geese, but
they're just sitting there.
5 to 10,000 crane just
And then
sitting.
And we drove
mowing
up past
peanuts.
it a little bit.
Yep.
And we saw the watering hole or whatever, where the roost is. We saw a whole bunch of little birds. What are those little
Ducks.
Those were teal. We saw some teal on the pond.
Teal, crow. It was just the amount of birds that I saw in those 2 hours was insane.
Have you ever seen many birds in your life?
No, that's what I'm saying. It was
It's crazy.
It was insane. And so it juices you up to wake up at 4 a.m. and get on ready for day 2.
Yeah, because it was the drive from Big Spring to La Mesa is about what 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of a poke in the morning. So we come back, we eat dinner, we do all that, and we're watching TV. But you wake up at 4 a.m. and you hunt all day, you're gonna be tired. So we crash out. Next morning rolls around, got to get your coffee in, got to get your cockadoodle poo in because you don't want to be shitting in the middle of a peanut field because there's nothing to hide behind.
And
Nothing.
it's 20 degrees.
It was cold. So we actually get to the field and we set up our blinds at the end of a pivot, which is this big watering system that just has an axis and it circulates around the field. And it was a little wet in certain spots, but it wasn't too bad. But that's exactly where the birds were the day before. Right? And we set up our blind, but we only set up like 4 blinds, 5 blinds.
Yeah, we rotated this.
We went 4 blinds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 shooters and 4 shooters.
And so the TV show guys go first. Right? Travis, Shane,
Josh, Brent was out there, and Ryan and Blake stayed because they were filming.
yeah, and they rotated, right? And they limited out in the first 20 minutes.
The first volley that came in,
They
it
dropped
was
one.
raining crane.
It was so fun to watch from a distance because how far would you say we were out? 3/4 mile?
Half mile.
Yeah.
Half mile
Half
away.
mile.
We were far, and Tony's binoculars came in clutch.
And they're just raining these birds down.
And they come in so close. That was one thing I was really impressed with Crane is like they'll cross up in front of you. They'll cross up then you're just waiting for Brent to be like, kill him. Kill those. Kill that one.
Shoot this bird.
Shoot that bird right there. And you're just waiting. They come in like it feels like what, 10, 15 yards?
Yeah.
About.
Oh,
And
yeah. Some of them were on
they're
the deck.
floating. What do they say? Feet down, beat down?
Feet down, beat
Oh,
down.
dude, I loved it.
But it reigns true because as soon as you see those 2 feet start to dangle, they are committed to coming down into those decoys.
And so they get their limits in 20 minutes. So it's our turn. We go out there, it's us 3, and Ryan's in the blind next to you.
Ryan's in there filming still. Blake's still
Blake's
filming.
behind us, and
then-
Josh has got the dogs.
No, Josh didn't come out yet. Brent's still out there.
Brent left.
No, he left when
yeah,
Josh
after
came out.
first. That's right.
We had a good volley come in right after. We dropped like 3 or 4 crane, and Josh was trying to get some extra work for some of his dogs. We switch out. consequently, we missed a couple of volleys of crane, but we weren't that worried about it.
I know there was one where it was only me. They're like, just the two guys over on the right. Shoot this one. It was me and Sean.
Well, we needed two birds. We needed two birds to scratch out the 9-man limit, and two came into the far right. And at this point, I didn't shoot my Benelli because they were sponsored by Beretta. They offered us.
Oh yeah, you were shooting their Beretta.
To shoot a Beretta, and I said yeah. Not my gun. It's a great
Gun's fault.
I didn't say it was a gun's fault.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't used to it.
Is it an excuse, Tony? It sounds like an excuse.
There was no excuse for the miss. Definitely no excuse for the miss.
I completely missed.
I missed
just because I suck.
But it's a good thing we did miss.
Oh, it was a blessing.
Because
It was a blessing.
Because
the
right
geese came
right
in.
after, well, the wind just turned on. It had to be 18 to 20 mile an hour winds.
Oh, it was heavy.
It was heavy
It was
winds.
the first time something actually was pushing to our coffin blinds.
Yeah, so Paul and I missed the last two cranes. Everybody's like, "Oh shit, we were gonna go," but this group of geese come floating across our face. We don't have any goose decoys down, by the way.
And now Brent is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh, the dog
making the
trainer,
call.
is making the call. And he, at first, like, people are discussing, like, do we shoot these geese? Because there's crane behind them.
Yeah,
And everyone kind of just is like, yeah.
it's
You know?
it's a good thing they didn't leave me in charge, because
We'd have been killing shit.
I've been like, fuck the crane, we're shooting these geese.
Anyways.
Because there was a flight before that was closer and lower, and I'm just like, oh my god, say it, call it. Oh, there's crane coming behind. Fuck.
So what?
So we passed those, and then we got a shot at a couple cranes after that group, and then the big flight of geese coming in. They call the shot, and it's just bang, bang, bang. Everybody unloads. 9 geese fall out of the group.
The
9 out of
best volley
12,
that I
it
was a
was
part of
raining.
in my
Yeah.
life. At the time, it was the best volley I've ever been a part of.
And
they
it's
were
exciting.
so close. It was a blast. We unloaded all the birds. It looks like birds are raining. It's
raining.
raining birds.
So 3 drop dead, and then there's 6 cripples.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have the video of Tony popping up out of one and taking one.
And then the dogs come out, and it's like we're safe. It's like the dogs come out, you're not shooting.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to injure your dog. You don't want to injure somebody's
Well,
dog.
let's talk about Brent's dog. We've talked about him before a little bit.
Tucker, the
Tucker,
3-legged
he's
bird
got a
dog.
thread-legged. Yeah, one of his clients shot the dog.
Yeah.
Lost a leg.
He lost a leg. And that's why.
That's why you don't shoot when the dogs are out.
Yeah. So we got out. We chased down all the cripples. The dogs did some great retrieving. There was about a 300 plus yard retrieve on a dead bird.
Oh yeah.
And it was really, really interesting to watch. Seeing a dog being handled from that far with all that noise, and it was really something to
It was
watch.
impressive.
Top end dogs for sure. But that led not shortly after. I mean, shortly after we actually got our limit of crane. Some more crane came in, but we ended up getting our limits and killing 9 geese or 8 geese.
9 geese.
9 geese.
And it was exciting. Everyone was actually.
Everybody was
pretty
juiced.
Don't get me wrong. We took some extra time. It wasn't a 20-minute limit, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I like limiting out, but I like shooting.
Yeah, we shot some. I think I shot a whole box that day.
And then he got out of the blind.
Yeah. So we
let's talk about what happened with me in the blind on day 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We almost bypassed that.
And I'm
Glove got stuck in the magazine. He had to fish it out. He fell asleep in the blind.
Yeah,
I was heavy breathing.
I'm
okay?
to the right. I'm all the way at the end. Paulo's next to me.
So I'm gonna admit to something real quick, okay? No, I wasn't asleep. But what happened? All right, am I grossed out the first time I see a dead bird? And it's bleeding, and people just throw it in your blind. Like, here, throw this.
It's a foot warmer.
And it's gonna. Well, they put it. Well, Brett told me put it right behind you. There's space behind your head. So I'm looking to the left, and we're like, hurry up, button down real quick. And then there's a fucking crane foot and head right next to it, and it's spazzing out still. It's not 100% dead. And I'm just squeezing its neck right next to me.
I'm pretty sure it was dead. It was just nerves.
It could have. That's probably what it is. You have more experience with that. But anyways, and
Is that why you were whining in there? Did that thing peck you?
No,
or something?
I put it under my head, right under the pillow or whatever the cushion,
headrest?
the headrest, and it's kind of caught me prepped up so that my double chin is sitting on my Adam's apple, and I can't breathe that good.
So he's
All
like,
right?
He's snoring.
he is fucking out.
I'm not out, but
I can see his fucking blind reverberating from all the snoring.
I pop out of that. When I snore, my nose plays Flight of the Bumblebee. No, but so that might have happened, but I'm guaranteeing I didn't fall
He
asleep.
was deathly afraid of all the dead
And
birds.
so let's talk about Sean's geese. Okay.
My goose.
Yeah, this motherfucker ripped the head off the thing,
Well, the neck wouldn't break.
and
I wanted
there
to
was
kill
blood
the
everywhere.
fucking-
Now, don't get me wrong. You
I
got to
want-
do what you got to do to make a sane or a humane.
Yeah, I
Killing.
didn't want the poor guy to suffer, so I broke his
you
fucking
spin
neck and
it,
it ripped his
and
head
it's-
off.
Oh my gosh, it was so bloody. And with the Fouled Reality guys, you take some nice pictures, and they're setting up all their sponsor stuff, and there's this fucking goose
No
massacre
head.
here. I'm like, what the Jack the Ripper fucking came through this motherfucker.
It's mangled. It gets
Oh,
tossed out of the pile.
It's so ugly.
Hey, Amal, why are you tossing my goose out?
Yeah,
It was fun. It was funny.
it was funny. But yeah, day 2. That's the day we went to got a little burger steak sandwich place. What was K-Bob's?
Was it? No, yeah.
Yeah, K-Bob's.
Yeah, it was K-Bob's.
Nice little lunch spot, salad bar on
Yeah.
point.
It was tasty.
Yeah,
Hit the spot.
and then we scout day 3.
Ooh. Yeah, we went off the beaten path. In Texas, 10 minutes means 40. It's like, oh, it's just 10 minutes up the road. Prepare for 30 to 40. So
We go to a Milo field. And now, what is Milo?
it's a grain.
It's a grain, but it's a stock like corn, right?
Yeah, it's a thick stalk like corn. They use a lot in bird food and stuff like that.
Okay, so he sets up this
65,000
acres,
of-
right?
No,
That's
no,
how big
it
it was.
No, it was 6,100 acre parcel. It was a 6,100 acre parcel.
But one farmer.
One farmer, and it was leased out to multiple guys.
Yeah, there was 3 guys hunting
Day
in our
3 morning.
vicinity, but the scout
So
was insane.
we pull off the side of the road and we just look in the middle. There's this swath of fucking crane.
Black, a cloud.
Gray.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Gray
gray
cloud.
cloud.
There's
Dude.
a huge swath to the east.
And you wouldn't look because before we didn't see him flying first. You just saw
The color of the field.
the
has
color of
changed
the
color.
field was different, and the Fouled Reality guys come out of their cars and they're like,
Not to mention it's cold as fuck because the
cold.
wind is blowing.
"See any birds here? Not that many crane here. How many bird was it?
Oh, at least 50,000.
50,000. Took up the whole field.
Oh, it was so many birds.
When they got up,
When we
Blocked out the
drove
sun.
and made that left, and we're like, oh my god, we're gonna kind of drive right through them. There's not too far, and you see them just a wave.
Oh, just
Come up.
thousands upon thousands.
it's a
picking
pretty
up and-
sight.
Oh man, after
Even if you don't hunt to see a bunch of birds like that, if you're a bird watcher or just you like nature, see something like that get up,
It's impressive.
it's impressive.
oh man,
Yeah. So, expectations are through the roof for day 3 after just scouting that. But,
Got a chubby, it lasted all night.
oh, yeah.
boy.
I mean, you had to call the doctor.
I had a
Um,
grin on my face once we killed those geese for the rest of the trip.
Oh, yeah. That was good
I
times.
and so just seeing that was just like, oh my gosh, it's
Next
just
day
gonna
it's gonna
keep on
be
going.
really
It's
good.
just gonna keep on going.
So, we were a little sketchy because we weren't sure on how we were going to attack it because it was supposed to rain. There was a big front coming through and we were supposed to get some rain, and the county roads in Texas aren't kept up that well. They're not that, what is it? Cochilla or the hard dirt, the hard packed dirt.
I'm not sure how
Oh,
he
but
pronounced
it's
it.
good for rain though, right? He said.
I don't
he
know,
was talking
but
about it.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
seals up really nice. Instead of the red dirt clay that
man.
they have.
It's sand. Yeah, I called it clay. I was like, I know
Yeah.
what clay is. This stuff is.
Yeah.
You can make a tennis court out of this shit.
it could have been really hairy getting in, but Brent found us a good way in. Hard pack all the way. We hunted on the edge of the field, right off a little berm, set
Oh yeah,
up.
it was the first time we were in the blinds and we had like nice little head
We-
tilt. Well, didn't you have like a knob on your back? Actually,
Yeah.
you were super
could-
uncomfortable when you're blind.
But I mean, he set us up perfectly. We blended into the
Right
the
into the hill.
contour of the ground, right at the edge of that Milo field. Birds had no idea we were there.
That day though, we actually set up a ton of decoy. What
Yeah,
is it?
it was-
Silhouettes, right? Is the
So
ones with the
we
little
had-
cardboard pieces?
We had
75 full bodies, or no, 60 full bodies, and then we set up about another 75 silhouettes, dive bomb silhouettes.
and that was because before we were only just setting up the
The 60 deception decoys.
yeah, but
And-
we set this up and right when the sun, me, Tony, no, you didn't, but me and a couple of the other guys, I think it was Shane and one of the guys, we drove the vehicles
yeah
out.
with Brent everything.
Right. So, and we start walking back, and we're like, "Oh shit, it's starting!" And they're coming over our head, and you could just hear the. and we button up, we get down, and it just starts. It is an onslaught.
It starts raining.
Yes.
And these birds
They
just did it right. They turn, they get down, and it was on. I shot 8 times.
And
we were there 45 minutes, 9-man limit.
everyone
I shot 8
limited.
times.
Yeah,
And they were flying right into us.
We were there 45 minutes because he was working a couple of young dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were working.
And-
We took our
been-
time.
We could have
there.
been done in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We let the dogs work, get some experience.
But actually, let's talk about the dogs a little bit. It was kind of funny. So remember how we were saying Patty didn't
Wanted
first
no
2
part
days
of it.
wanted nothing, and we had the big volley right before we only need one bird, and there's a bird not too far out there, but kind of far for that last volley we had, and he sends Diesel out there,
Right.
one of his main dogs, and he's popping up his head, he's doing the hand signals and the whistle, and all of a sudden Patty takes off without direction, and no one's really paying attention. And then you just hear Tony, "Oh shit, he's got it."
Well, he didn't see where the bird, Josh didn't
Yeah.
see where the bird went down. So he was sending Diesel where he thought the bird went down.
Yeah,
But the bird also went down and then walked over to where Patty ended up getting him from.
yeah,
And Patty had spotted it. That's why he ended up taking off. But Josh was working his dog in one section of the field where the bird actually wasn't there anymore.
yeah,
And Patty had marked that thing, and he went over there and got it. And I mean, Josh,
yeah.
happy dad.
What a proud
father.
moment, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
Patty came back like a conquering hero. He can barely hold this crane up. His
Oh.
head's down because the damn thing's so heavy. And my favorite thing about Josh is his use of the word lad.
Oh my gosh, for
That's a
being,
good lad.
for how much we say that it's heading as football.
Oh,
You know?
to have somebody else use it
Yeah.
like profusely.
And well.
Oh, so well.
Good lad. Good lad. He's got a growl to it.
Oh yeah, very Carl Reel-esque.
Yeah, he just says, just like Carl said it. Patty brought it in, and I've never, proud dad moment.
Oh,
Proud
totally.
dad moment.
He gave all of us a high five. I
Oh,
was like,
dude,
is
he was so
is he going
juiced.
down the line?
He was
He went
so
down the whole line. Everybody.
It was such a cool moment. And it was funny. I was laughing.
Oh, it was a great
it
moment.
was hilarious. So, Patty gets the bird. Everyone's excited. Everyone's happy. We do a head count. We need one bird.
The moment of truth comes up.
Everyone calls me out.
The pressure's on.
Paolo, I hear Travis. This one's yours. We got one left. We ain't shooting.
This one's for you, Paolo.
Shit. Right? And lucky enough, too. We didn't have to wait too long. 3-4 minutes.
If that.
And this fucking bird just is flying right at us.
Okay, it wasn't one fucking bird.
No,
it
but there was
a
like 6
flock
or
of
8
birds.
right behind him.
Yeah.
But there was one leading the way.
You know,
I had my eye on him.
I got a little worried.
You
He
didn't
winked at
see
me.
him till the
This
last
motherfucker
minute.
winked at me. All right? We had a connection, Tony.
And at first it was just the solo, and then like 5 or
Yeah,
6
they came
more.
behind.
Right behind.
There's video of it.
Yeah, there's actual video evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little nervous because, we need one bird. And if that bird comes in with a group of birds, your chances of clipping another one along with it is pretty high. And it's like, you don't want to go over the limit because consequently there's a story following this of why you don't want to do that.
You want to be a responsible hunter.
Correct.
You take the class
they
for a
set
reason.
limits for a reason. You're
Right.
supposed to abide by the rules.
Yeah.
And it's me. I'm not the best shot.
And
I'm a rookie hunter.
Paulo's shitting bricks. I could.
I thrive under pressure.
Okay.
But this was a new type of thing.
It's
was
a
a new
different
type of
kind. It's a
pressure.
different kind of pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure.
So hey, Brent gives me the call.
Kill
Hey,
that bird, Paolo.
Kill that bird. I pop up. Boom, boom. I'm like, oh my god, I've missed the first 2. The bird's flying away. Thank God I loaded my gun correctly.
And had
know,
the third
I
shot.
had the experience from my friends that made fun of me enough for the first 2 days. Right? That I figured this thing out. Right? Boom, I take the third one. I didn't kill him. I injured the shit out of him.
You clipped it.
Right? He falls. I get a round of applause from the rest of the crew. Proud moment. We're all done. We take all the pictures. Pictures took just as long as hunting.
it takes longer. I mean, they actually set them up. They get some great pictures.
They get some awesome
They're professionals
pictures.
at
You know
what they
I mean?
do.
Oh, you got to, and especially their social media games. It's insane.
Oh, it's on point.
The whole time me trying to like tag us,
Just tag us.
us.
Tag us. Please.
5 minutes, we got 300 likes. I was like, don't even get that on my birthday.
Shit. I have a, going back to you taking 3 shots, I always have, like, wouldn't call it a theory. It's just what goes through my head when it's time to shoot. I get ready, the call gets made, I pop up. All right, I got 3 shells. Boom, miss. Shit, there's only 2 left. Boom, miss. Fuck, I gotta make this one count. Boom. It's like, you feel confident with 3, then you're at 2. It's like, then that 1, and it's like, oh shit, I better kill this fucking thing.
See, my theory's different. I got 3 shells, and I'm unloading that motherfucker no
Yeah.
matter what.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm
it's
popping up, and I'm just shooting.
Oh, yeah.
First
Well,
one
the
starts
thi-
going down, I just start aiming the other direction.
Well, the thing is like once you hit the 1 or miss the first one, the crane's just sitting still. Pretty much. It like realizes like, oh shit, get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
they're coming in, setting up into the wind.
Right.
So now they got to get themselves going.
So
They got a
it was a
backwing
little
out.
easier. So I didn't have to readjust too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of fixed it a little bit. Like
you
I
shot
said,
3 times in a 4-foot square.
right, and I got it.
Got him.
You
Boom.
did.
Killed him. Killer.
Well, I went low inside, low outside, and
And then
you know,
right in the
You're
middle.
giving him
Yeah.
a chance.
Like a
Fair
pitcher.
chance.
I,
Fair chance.
I've been watching a little bit of baseball. I'm watching the pitching game. I just want to, set them up.
Painting the corners.
Yeah, exactly. Painting the corners.
Yeah.
So we got them. We do take all the pictures. Kind of figuring out how we're gonna say goodbye to all the guys and everything. And we start driving out of the field.
Game warden.
Game warden.
Souvenir.
Fuck. I'm tripping out. I'm
Nobody around there ever sees the game
well,
warden.
You're talking to the guys from their I'm not Fouled Realities from
They're
Illinois,
two-
Chicago, Michigan
no,
area.
No,
Not Chicago.
not Chicago.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say
They're
it.
right
Southern-
on the border.
They're Southern
Uh,
Illinois.
Southern Illinois.
Shane was from the Detroit area.
Right.
He lives in some bumfuck Illinois or something.
Ryan lived like not too far from Lake Erie,
Yeah.
and they
Josh was from Missouri with the dog.
right,
Yeah.
Missouri, right.
Travis,
But
same
all
area.
these guys were like, my whole life, maybe 2-3 times, I got pulled over by a game warden,
and they know all of them.
and they know 'em, right? Exactly. You said in California 2-3 times a year.
I get checked at least twice a year.
Yeah, these guys were like my whole life 2-3 times.
Never. So
It's insane. So my first hunt, I'm coming out, and there's like a young game warden, looked like one of our ex-players, checks everything.
So we have to pull all the birds out. He checks all the licenses.
He checks Tony's license, and Tony just went hunting with Brent about what month
Like
ago?
2 weeks before.
2.5 weeks before.
Got a couple of deer.
And I didn't fill out my first time hunting in Texas for deer. Didn't fill out the paperwork right on the back of my tags. The tags themselves for the deer were filled out properly.
Right.
But you also
Was it like your address? You had to fill in your address.
no, it was
Yeah.
on the back of it. I had to put the county
The
and
county
everything
where it
else
was taken.
on my
yeah.
main tag.
And so you got you
So-
said you got a souvenir.
He gave me a souvenir. I got a citation. Just a warning.
Just a warning. He was cool about it
Yeah.
because
Beautiful
a lot
blue. I'm gonna frame it. Put it in
Yeah.
my man cave.
a lot of game wardens could have been a real dick right
Well,
there.
again, I think it was Brent. Brent like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
this is my gig. These are the guys who hired me. We'll set up the birds by everybody. Everyone pull out your paperwork, whatever you needed. But he kind of like,
He paved the way,
Right.
smoothed it over. The dude was really nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
really cool guy.
I've met some game wardens in my time that are just fucking assholes.
Douchebags.
In reality, a game warden is one of the most powerful law enforcement
well,
officers.
actually, Tony, weren't you saying it's the most dangerous job in Texas?
It is.
Yeah.
They lose several every year.
Game wardens have the same authority as a police officer on the road. They can pull you over for moving violations,
Oh wow.
and they get you for the hunting and
Yeah.
the fishing and all that stuff. So it's
A fishing or hunting violation is huge. It's huge fines.
Yeah. They'll take your gun. You lose your license for several years.
they can take your truck. They can fucking
yeah,
confiscate everything.
They could fuck you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so
but-
don't be a dick to
yeah.
a game warden.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had everything tied up pretty good.
Yeah,
and
it
was
he-
just a good day of hunting. And then we had to clean birds.
Paolo's afraid of dead birds.
Well, it was also cold. Okay.
That's why you had your gloves on.
Tony
Nobody else
bought
had
me a
gloves on.
fresh pair of Love's gas station leather gloves.
and they came in very handy.
I used them. Okay.
Because the birds were dead. Oh my god!
There was a lot of sangre. That's blood in Spanish. All right.
Plus the goat heads. Goat
Yeah.
heads
Goat
were bad.
heads and just setting up the decoy or the blinds. With a whole bunch of if it was
Stickers and
whatever it was.
tumbleweed.
I just had them on a lot.
Yeah. So we're cleaning birds, and I'm not great at cleaning crane, but I'll dive in. I'm good at cleaning ducks. I can clean geese. I don't have the technique Brent does, but I'm not worried about it.
6-1.
But
he doesn't.
oh, dude, he
But
murdered
me.
That's what he does for a profession.
He murdered me. Shit,
Yeah.
he beat the Fouled Reality guys with the
What is
spinner
that thing called?
I don't know.
That thing is. Like,
It works great for duck and
I'm
geese.
sure it
though.
works great, but it rips the body apart, and
It's because
and then there's the splatter of blood, and then all of a
the
sudden
guts all over the place.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
really cool.
It was cool. It was like it handles it real quick,
Yeah, but Brent did all our birds before they got halfway through their birds.
Tony bought a fucking straw cowboy hat from one of the gas stations.
It's an awesome hat.
It fits you well. I'm
Gotta
not gonna
find
lie.
some spurs.
Yeah, I got some spurs.
I like your
Chain.
I like your imaginary ones better.
And Tony pulled a couple crane feathers out and
Put him
they're
in my
long.
hat.
Yeah, it was, but that was really the hunting we did.
And then we had to face the 18-hour drive home.
Ugh,
With
So-
someone who doesn't know how to drive in the rain.
I'll go for it.
We
People
Paolo's
slow
a
down in the
terrible
rain.
driver.
I go for it.
It's flooding.
Drive
No
through that
windshield wipers
faster.
on. I'm texting Sean from the back seat.
we're
If he
fucking
slams
dead.
on the brake, it's going to be like the teacups at Disneyland. We are just going to spin around this place and end up in the medium.
Yeah, we were fucking dead.
I was covering ground.
You were
Alright.
going 95 in the fucking downpouring rain.
Boom,
Without windshield wipers.
boom. I'm dangerous. That's how I do it.
Do that by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, we seen you trying to
What'd
load the
you say?
gun. You're dangerous.
You're a killer for sure.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong. It was, and did I pull an extra day out of my wife? Absolutely. It was gnarly weather. It was.
It was gnarly weather.
It was
was
we stopped
And we
Had
stopped
to
at
stop.
so we stopped at a casino.
after Paulo's 1 hour driving. I took over.
I covered some distance. though.
You didn't cover that much distance.
I went through the weather.
You fucking drove from
I got through the storm.
bum
The
fucking.
distance you covered was about 4 inches of my underwear that were shoved so far up my ass because you drive terrible.
So I drove from Lordsburg, New Mexico to Chandler, Arizona. That was like 300 and something miles. We found it. We were like, all right, we're gonna charge it. What are we gonna do? We had inclement weather for several hundred miles, probably from Southwest Texas
Gnarly weather.
all the way
Gnarly.
through New Mexico.
Oh,
And it's like, nah, Tony was driving at the time, and Tony was driving, and I was on the Google machine checking out, looking for some places to stay. Found a couple of options. We could have stayed in New Mexico, but we would have had to leave really early to beat the Phoenix traffic. So we drove all the way to Chandler, Arizona. Stayed at Wild Horse
Pass.
Wild Pass
Wild Horse Pass
Casino Resort.
yeah. It was a nice place.
It was nice, There's a reason why it's nice. They're,
They're doing well.
Their slot machines don't pay out one bit.
Oh,
oh no, not at all.
I got raped.
Yeah, they're. Is it
still walking
Fair-
normal though.
is it fair to say they're rapers? Rapers of money.
Anyway, we stayed in a nice casino. Broke the day up. We weren't too stressed.
Fuck. Yeah, we stayed at a nice casino, but goddamn, Tony and I shared a double bed.
I know.
It was a twin. It
there was
wasn't even
nothing
a
wrong
double.
with it, guys. There was
Nothing
a-
wrong. Absolutely
There
nothing
was a
wrong with
third
it.
in the other bed, and I just want to thank you guys. I don't know what it was. One of you, but you guys slept together. Shared a bed, not slept together. And I had the bed, one bed to myself the whole trip.
Biggest guy gets a bed to himself.
That's cool, and that's why I gained the weight.
That night was rough. Between the two grizzly bears snoring, I got an hour's sleep. I could not go to sleep. The noise was so bad.
I didn't know it was that bad of a snore. That just happened when I gained the weight because I used to not snore.
You're fucking.
Well, you put on some weight?
Just a bit. Yep. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tony. Tony is one of my biggest motivators
To gain more weight?
to lose, gain. Just he lets me know it's there.
Hefty,
And I
hefty,
appreciate it.
hefty.
Yeah. When I throw on a new jacket, it's a windbreaker. No, it's a hefty bag.
Well, it was black. I thought it was.
It was. It looked like one. It's got the pull string and everything. No, but we make it back into California Saturday.
Yep.
Right? It was Saturday. It was one of the best trips. I cannot. I'm just super blessed that it was you two guys that I got to go with because, shoot, you're one of my best friends. I look up to you a ton, and even though, we killed and it was fun, just hanging out with the guys, hunting, even though it lasted like 20 minutes.
That's what it's all about.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong. Is it a pretty penny? Yeah, but it's worth it. And if you're going to go to West Texas and you want to kill something, because you're telling me about California, you got to get in tune with Brent. His outfit is awesome. Am I forgetting it right now? Premier Sandhills.
Yep.
Look them up. Google them.
Big Spring, Texas.
Big Spring, Texas. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do anything in California other than go back to Texas and hunt there. And on top of it, the meat's delicious. You're going to eat good. You're not going to kill a mallard and, don't get me wrong, you could eat it, right? But it's not Sandhill Crane.
Yes, you could eat it.
But it's not Sandhill Crane.
No, it's not Sandhill Crane.
It would be a duck instead of a crane.
Right.
Completely different species.
I understand.
They look completely different.
But people don't kill crane that, when you're a waterfowler, you're killing ducks and geese.
Yeah.
You're not killing crane on the regular.
Yeah, because you can only kill them in like 11 states, I think.
Correct. But when they do, the guys from Foul Reality seen the meat on those things and they were quite impressed.
Oh, yeah.
They will come back and hunt crane again.
It just tastes so good.
I cannot wait.
But
it was a heck of an experience. Premier Sandhills hanging, and on top of it, just to have a good group of guys that we've never met, a TV show, just having all that stuff. It was one of the best times I've had in a long time.
And that's what it's really about. The numbers and the birds and the kills and all that. That's minimal compared to the experience that you gain from your outing.
The camaraderie, the laughing, the drinking, the having good meals.
Yeah, just the bullshit and
all I wanted to do was just Lincoln's only 19 months old, and I'm just thinking about like, hey, when he's 7, 8 years old, teaching him, showing him the ways, and hopefully I'm a lot better by then.
Yeah.
So I don't, or instead I'll be like, hey, Lincoln, go be like, hey, Uncle Foy, what's wrong with my gun? Because if he asks me, he's fucked.
Yeah. No, it really is. It's one of those things that, you can pass down to your kids or your nephews and nieces. And it's just you getting them started at a young age, just developing the bond and the love for the sport, because it really is a sport. And, it's something you really have to work at. It's not something you're just going to roll out and be really good at.
And it's outside. It's not sitting there looking at the computer, playing some stupid game.
I can see how people prioritize and put this in front of a lot of stuff and make time for it.
Yeah, it's a commitment. It really is a commitment.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Josh is taking his boys when we leave for Texas at the beginning of January.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for his boys to go.
Yeah.
And then we might be making another extra trip out there and taking Sean's boy Grayson.
Yeah,
which I think would be cool.
Yeah, he could potentially pop his crane cherry this year. It is what it is. Hunting's a lifestyle that, depending on where you're from, you can really embrace it and just take off with it. It is what you make it. You got to get out there. You got to put in the time. You got to put the miles in, because it's not one of those things that's easy. You pick things up as you go along. I'm like, for me, for example, I've been waterfowl hunting for like 20 years. And, starting out, I sucked. I'm still not great by any stretch of the imagination. You can always get better. You can always improve your craft.
Mm-hmm.
It's like duck calling. Took me 5 years just to be able to semi-decently blow a duck call. So,
I got an awesome duck call as a gift from Foy.
Oh,
but I'm like, I'm terrible.
Playing the bugle, huh?
Yeah.
I'm really bad.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just one of those things, it's... you fall in love with it, it's over. It's like a drug. It's so addicting that it's, you only have so much time out of the year where you can hunt. And with us, there's even less time, because hunting season runs right through football. And so, we miss out on a lot of the dove, the deer, some of the quail season, if you're into that kind of stuff. Me, I'm all about that waterfowl. Duck, goose. To me, there's nothing better. You can go on these big whitetail elk hunts. I'm sure those are great. They're going to cost you a lot more money. You're going to get more meat out of it. But to me, nothing beats a good waterfowl hunt.
I agree. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So, hey, Sean, I don't know if you know, this is our 30th episode.
Who would have thunk, right?
We've done 30. Let's just keep on trucking. It's been pretty fun. I just want to ask some questions. Here we go. You ready?
Sure.
Let's name some popular 30s. right off the top of your head. Any one number 30.
A number 30.
Tony, you got anybody?
I was thinking 30 Rock, the TV show.
That's not bad. I'm a big Terrell Davis fan.
Okay, TD. Wasn't Brian Mitchell number 30 for the Eagles? Or was he number
36?
Oh, yeah, he was
He's
36.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Steph Curry,
You
number
know,
30.
number 30. Yeah, he's a good one. And I can't really. That's it for me.
That's it. Fuck it.
But hey, again, I want to throw a big shout out and mad love to Brett Folks with Premier Sandhills. You know, like I said, great setup. You know, get a hold of him.
Brent Folks, not Brett Folks.
Brett Favre Folks. Okay.
Hey, Paolo.
Hey, and by the end of it, everyone knew my name.
Everybody knew how to say it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, big love to the Fouled Reality guys, Blake, Ryan, Josh with Brookstone, Kennels, Shane and Travis, just killers.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and Shane, he's got what's his?
He's a barbecue dude out of Southern Illinois.
No,
Oh, that's Travis.
Travis. Okay.
Travis got barbecue in Southern Illinois.
It's supposed to be legit.
Yeah.
Little tip from Travis too. There's a fine line between Southern Illinois and Missouri, right?
It's where the sweet tea
Where
runs
the sweet
out.
tea ends. And, you know, if you ask for sweet tea, they'll just give you some sugar packets. And if you tell them any different, they'll just look at you weird. So, if you know that, you kind of know Travis. So, heck of a guy. Resembles, who is it, Sean?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, a ton. And if you check out the YouTubes of Fouled Reality, you can see his dad's land that he's got out there. And they're just they're doing the timber hunt.
In Arkansas.
In Arkansas. Really cool.
Go back to Shane Blackwell. He also guides conservation hunts in the springtime for snow geese out of Willow Creek Outfitters, and that's in Rockport, Illinois, I think. And Tony and I and Paolo,
I'm going.
We've already
2020.
We've already committed next February.
I'm a killer.
We've already committed next February for 10-man conservation snow goose hunt. So check that out. Willow Creek Waterfowl. They're on Facebook. If you're interested in snow goose hunting, you know, check them out. Then Travis was a great dude.
Yeah, all the guys
were great. Josh.
Like I said, mad love to all those guys. But I'm going to throw the biggest love, big heart hand signals to our man, Tony Armenta, for making this show, coming through. I'm going to give you 10 seconds, Tony. What you got?
I don't have a whole bunch. I just wanted to say I had a great time. Anybody who wants to go waterfowl hunting, Sandhill Crane hunting, Brent Folks, Big Springs, Texas. Great guy. You'll have a good time.
All right. Hey, that's our 30th episode. Thanks for listening.
Hit the music, Paolo.
We out.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together